beautiful beloveds. Welcome back to Be Still and Rise, your encouragement headquarters, where God moves through us freely, minutely, daily, hourly, every single day of our lives. If this is your first time here, welcome home. If you are a recurring or a beautiful family member that's always been here, welcome home. Today was supposed to be like baby talk and all that. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all the teachers. My kids are in school. I am excited. This is my moment, my only moment. This should have been done days ago. But unfortunately, there's not enough time in a day. There's not enough hours, there's not enough minutes, and you just can't get everything done. I thank you, my teachers. Keep them little brats. Thank you. But today was supposed to be talking about tracking and, updating. But I started to realize more and more people that I know are struggling. And it's easy for a lot of people to say, oh, just get out. Oh, why don't you leave that person? But a lot of people have never been in the shoes that you're in. Ladies, I want you to know, yes, you can get out. If someone is physically abusing you, you can get out. Don't just say, oh, it is because. So there is no excuse for someone beating you where you have to disappear or you have to walk around with marks. I am telling you this only because I love you. And I'm not one that can just say, why don't you leave him? I've been there. I've lost teeth because I was in a situation where I didn't have enough God. I didn't have enough faith. I didn't have enough strength. And I kept it to myself. And I am very good at hiding situations. I am very good at hiding whatever's happening that I need people to stay out my business. Ladies. And you know what? I'm going to say ladies and gentlemen, because there's probably a young man out there that could be physically abused, could be verbally, mentally being destroyed. So I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, please, please find yourself in God. How do you do that? The Word. There are times you will read and don't understand. There are times you will read and you're like, what? Parables? I don't understand parables. And then you close the book. But reopen the book. Say, Lord, I am getting ready to read your word. At this moment and this time, I need you. I need you now more than ever. I'm in a situation that I feel I can't get out of. And honestly, we can get out. I got out because I started to believe. I got out because I realized that wasn't my destination. I made it my destination because, one, I was young, dumb, caught up in the hype of, oh, he looked good. Oh, he smelled good. Oh, he's a thug. I got out because I realized there was nothing for me. And one day I did something that I do regret till this day. But I know my Lord and Savior, he forgave me. And how I know he forgave me? The same weekend after being battered, I was hiding in the bathroom, and I said I wasn't going to come out. I called out sick from work, and I was just like, I'm so tired. I pay the bills here. I pay for the cars, I pay for the apartment, I buy the food, I provide gas, I do, and this person came out, and did what they wanted to do. How dare you? And I said I wasn't going to come out of that bathroom until I figured out why me. And then after a few hours, I was just like, I'm not getting an answer. Then prayer came into place, and I cried and I cried and I cried. And if you hear noise in the background, all of a sudden, my neighbor is going to trim their hedges. Trim on. So when prayer came into place, tears beyond tears, still no answer. I fell asleep in the bathroom. I left my phone in the living room. And I couldn't call a close friend of mine that actually lived around the corner, or a close friend of mine that she moved away, but she, God bless her, you know, she's still a great confidant. She's still someone that will pray for you, pray with you, and get you on that path. She's my mentor till this day. God bless you. I call her Mama Nick. We're going to leave it right there. And I never knew that I could be desperate one day. I never knew that there was a day, me, who was so jovial, who was so happy, who wanted to love everyone around me, could be desperate for help and couldn't get help. I didn't know what was on the other side of that door, and I decided I wasn't going to come out. And hearing my phone ring, and for the first time in the whole year of constant abuse, I said, okay. I now became a statistic. I became what people would say, oh, young lady got abused by her boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And I fell asleep. And when I got up, I had the revelation of my life. I got up, and I couldn't believe what I dreamt. And I came running out of the bathroom. I grabbed my phone, and I called my girlfriend, Shirley, at that time. God rest her soul. And I said, Shirley. She says, I've been calling you. And I said, I know. She says, are you okay? I says, I'm going to be okay. God just told me that I'm going to be okay. I said, there was a little girl in my dream, and I was laying down at work, and there were hands and feet coming out of my stomach. But it was more like just movement. And she says, what do you think that means? And I said, I have no idea. And I whispered it, and I was like, I think I'm pregnant. I've been trying to get pregnant forever. IUIs, partial IVF, and I had just did some prior. And I was like, Lord, but all the tests came back negative. What's going on? And I changed my clothes, I washed my face, I left the house and my landlord was standing outside on the front porch. And when I got to the top of the driveway, he said, "Hey, you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I think it's a new dawn." And he looked at me, he went, none more than he thought, "Brother hit me in my head too hard." And I went to the 24-hour Walgreens on the corner. At that time, I lived in Queens, so yeah, you got a lot of those places that open late. And I dashed in, I bought 2 pregnancy tests, and I came back, and the first one came up negative. I'm like, this is such a waste of time. I'm like, God's not telling me that. That's just me and my mental trying to look for something to make things better. I went to sleep and I woke up an hour later and I was like, I can't get no sleep. My face hurt, my body hurts. And then I took another test. It had to be about 3 a.m. and it came back positive. Right then and there I said, "Lord, I don't know what you're saying, but if this is my way out." I didn't look at it as, oh, maybe he'll stop because I'm having a baby. I looked at it as, if this is my way out, thank you. If this is my way out, I'm out of here. I called my dad and I called his pastor. At the time it was his pastor. This man, God bless him, spoke to me 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. When I was distraught, he answered the phone. And he said, "My daughter, you should go home." I didn't express to everyone really what was happening to me. But I was frantic enough that the next day my father and help came. Took whatever they could take. I told the landlord, keep whatever else is here. Throw it out, do what you have to do. But I have to go. And luckily I was a good tenant because he says, "I am so happy you got help. I am so glad you're out of here. And if you ever move back this direction, you have a place to stay." And I said, "I thank you, because you're the only real person that I really know other than my one friend that lives around the corner." And I got in the car and I didn't look back. I knew that baby was the beginning of a brand new life. A brand new life. And I held on and I went home. Embarrassed? Yeah. Because I'm a fighter. I am a fighter. I don't need anybody to tell me. I'm the type of person you be like, "Oh, you can't do that." I'll be like, "Oh, yeah?" And I'll do it just because I want to prove you wrong. And I went home and I had my head high. And I stuck out my chicken neck. I kept going to work. I kept living. He kept calling. The apologies rolled in. The "I'll never do it again" came, and everything's different. I did go back. I didn't move back, but I did go back. You know, the thought of people saying can't have a baby out of wedlock and blah, 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 blah. And let me tell you something. Don't lock yourself into what people say. Don't lock yourself into what they say that religion said it's supposed to be. Because when I locked myself back and I ended up marrying him, it didn't last long. Because that first time that he knocked me out upstairs in my own parents' house was the last time I was going to take it anymore. And I knew if he didn't kill me, I was going to kill him. There was a time the pastor and one of the evangelists came to the house and they spoke to him. And then my godfather came over another time. And then I expressed myself. My godfather was standing at the doorway. He was standing at the actual door once the door is open. And these were my very words. If you drop my baby, I'm going to kill you. If you don't drop my baby, you have a chance to walk out of here peacefully. And I flung my baby across the room. And he caught her. And of course, everybody thought I was insane. I was the crazy one. But I said, no. You will not destroy me. I am a good person. I am an awesome person. I don't need anybody to uplift me. You don't have to uplift me. I know who I am. I don't know how I got lost in transition, lost in the movement, but when we are outside of God, we will get lost. And I was lost. But this little girl did not deserve to be in that situation. And I'm telling you this because your children do not deserve to be in a situation where they see you suffer, because they're going to think that is life. That is not life. God is love, peace, joy, everything, kindness, goodness. Everything good is God. So when you accept all that negativity, you're not implementing God. You're accepting what the enemy has to give to you. Reject it. Learn to reject it. You're afraid of standing up on your own. You're afraid of people knowing. You're afraid to turn back. Don't be afraid. Put fear aside. Stand up, be the woman or the man that you know you are supposed to be in Christ. Stop letting people tell you, oh, things will change. Things will change, all right. Things did change, but for how long? Is that a chance you're willing to take and take it down? Oh, many years ago, blah, blah, blah. God bless you. Thank you. This is not many years ago. I need to live for my children. I need to live. There's a word in our Awesomely Great book that when we feel like we're afraid and we feel like we can't move forward, God speaks to us. I know he spoke to me. Isaiah 41, verse 10. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." It can't get no better than that. For I am with you. He's with us all the time. He's with us in the car when we're driving. He's with us when we're taking a shower so we don't slip and fall. He's with us when we're cooking so we're not cutting up ourselves. He's with our children. God is with us all the time. And he is standing there with his arms open saying, come, my child. Come, I am waiting on you. Will his arms ever close to us? No. Because each and every one of us, down to the biggest sinner, down to the littlest sinner, down to the so-called I'm not a sinner, God awaits us. He awaited me and took me in. Gave me back my life. Gave me a child, and I knew she was my start. She was my start to victory. She was my start to everything that I had, that God gave me, that I can say was goodness. She was my beginning. And I can't fail God because of fear. Because I don't know who's going to say what or what's going to do or if I'm going to lose. Stop. Seek help. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. The enemy's job is to keep us quiet. But I won't be quiet. After this video, many people might not talk to me anymore. But guess what? Goodbye. You'll be back. And I'm going to be right here waiting for when you are ready to talk. Get out, seek help. Get out and seek help. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. And anybody judges you during that, that's not the person you're supposed to talk to. Seek help from people that you know are good. Not just people that want to be all up in your business. Because anybody that want to be all up in your business and you don't know theirs, you need to run from them. Sorry. That's how it goes. You're going to be all up in my business and I know nothing about you. But you want to know every peek, peek, cluck, cluck that happens in my life. You are not the person I need to be talking to. You need to talk to someone. Seek help. Don't sit back and pretend. Because sometimes the mask that we wear, it disintegrates. And then we break. And unfortunately, we break at the wrong time because then people are going to say, I didn't know she was going through all that. Why did she ask for help? Now she all locked up someplace. Don't wait for the break. Speak now. Move now. Beloveds, I love you with the love of the Lord. And I pray somebody somewhere got something out of what was said. Give God a chance. Give him a chance. Put fear aside. Put fear aside. For God is waiting on us to return home. We need to come back home in our right minds. Stay uplifted. Stay encouraged. I love you with the love of the Lord, and I'll see you soon.